Hey, Trevor Gordon Hall here. In this first lick, we're going to do a G major 7 picking pattern. Then it's going to go to kind of an A minor and a C major 7. And so let's jump right into it. So we're starting here with your first finger on the 3rd fret, and then you're going to take your 3rd finger and go to the 5th fret of the A, and then go ahead and take your 2nd finger and you're going to put that on the D string on the 4th fret. And this is forming a G major 7. This is kind of the power chord version of a G major 7. So if you're playing any of these kind of chords in a punk band setting, these work really well. And what we're going to do is actually have the open string here, the open G, then we're going to have the open B. And so as we switch chords, those G and B are going to remain open no matter what. And the only time we're going to add a note to the B string is when we go to the 3rd chord here. So when we start here, now we have kind of an idea of what's going on here. We're going to take your pinky, your 2nd finger, and your 1st to get this kind of A minor shape. And then you're going to keep these two down, your 2nd finger and your 1st finger, and go ahead and put your 3rd finger up on this string, and then we'll have kind of a pull-off from there. When we look at this hand, the important thing here is you'll see in the tab it'll have listed as a P-I-M-A. The P is referring to your thumb, the index, I, M, your middle, and then ring is going to be A. And so what we're doing is we're kind of starting with a sequence where you're just going to go P-I-M-A, and then we're going to kind of vary the patterns from there. And that's important because you want to be able to play all kinds of different patterns and not just go always in a sequential order. So we start sequentially, but then it kind of varies from there. So then we're going to go up from here. So we're going to go P, I, M, and then you go back down to your index right here. So you'll notice you're kind of going back and forth. You have A, M, I, A, M, I right in the middle there. Right? And then from there, I'm actually going to kind of hop up with the ring finger, the A, and I'm going to grab that open B up here, and then I'm going to still come back down here. It's important that we have they call it sort of the 3 or 4 in a row principle, where you try to, if you can, line up a finger for each string in these kind of patterns, and then that allows you to know exactly what finger to use. It doesn't have to be the same exact thing that I'm using, but it's important that you find a sequence that works and make it consistent, so that when you're going to it in context of the riff, you're not sort of like confused and trying to find which finger. There's a finger designated for that specific string. So we'll go through that again slowly. And then I hit the bass note again with the thumb. And then I go all the way up. I'm going to go the ring finger up here to the B string. And then on the G, I'm going to use the middle finger. And then my index right here. So we have... And then what I do is just repeat that exact same pattern, and I'm going to keep the same pattern here, and then I'm going to switch the left hand fingering. And this is where we get to this A minor one that we introduced. And you want to do the same thing here. And then from there, we're going to go up to this one, the C add 9 chord. And notice what we do. When we get to the very end, we're going to have, after we pull this off, we have an open string, then another open string, and then another open string. And that allows us to get back into position to start the whole riff over again. So anytime you want to sort of use that moment of opportunity with that open string to get repositioned to the beginning, and that's how you have a nice clean transition. If you tried to keep this down, then sometimes those notes can get cut off, all right? So just make sure you keep that going so you can switch a lot easier. And then we have the A minor, and then the C. So So let's try this together, and I will do this at 120 beats per minute. So here's what that sounds like. 1, 2, ready, go.